I came prepared.
Hello.
I'm Nikki.
And I'm Shayla.
And this is
I said what I said.
Okay, so how's your week?
It's going. I guess I should say it now. This may or may not be the last episode with my face.
You might get one.
You might get one more.
One more.
By the time it comes out, I'll probably already be gone. I'm moving back to Texas.
We're figuring it out.
Yeah, we will figure it out. Like, listen, I
quivers.
said what I said lives on, okay? And we're gonna figure it out. And I might, kind of pop in here and there. We don't know. We don't know what the future holds. But just
it might be audio. It might be.
Listen, the sky's the limit.
A Zoom platform.
We're gonna figure it out.
Who knows?
Who knows?
My week has been chaos, confusion, disruption,
pain. I'm just kidding.
Sore arms. Yeah, but I mean, I'm glad to be here with you. I'm always glad to be here with you. I tell people all the time I think people don't understand. Like, it's like 100% like a vent session.
It really is.
So when people are like, when we miss a session or whatever,
you got a lot of stuff built up.
I'm just like so emotionally distraught. But I mean, we're making it through.
Yeah. You saying that makes me think of like the organizing space that we were in, like when we first met, and how it basically became like this like therapy session for all of us to just get together on a Sunday and be like, and then this happened to me.
Can I tell you about what happened on Tuesday?
God.
This is dysfunctional. I'm angry. Like, I am distracted. I think. First of all, black folks, but like any marginalized group, like we just need those spaces
Man.
Like have those meltdowns
and to like feel seen and validated, right? Because it's like when you're experiencing a microaggression and you go back to like your group of black friends and black peers, and you're like, can I tell y'all what happened to me? And it's like it's not just you, or like it's not that you're wildin', it's that like like systemic oppression and racism, right?
I think for so long, like with microaggressions and things like that, I don't know. I think we were all at some point programmed to like think that like we're crazy.
Yes.
Because I know,
and that's called gaslighting.
Thank you. Because I know things would happen, and I'd be like, no, yeah, that girl on that like GIF.
Oh,
where she's trying that, and she's like, That's how I would feel. And also, like, I think it's really hard to share trauma only because, like, we experience so much all the time. I know I have times where people are, like, trying to tell me their issues, and I'm just like, but have you seen a therapy? Or have you talked? Because I'm just so overwhelmed, and I want to be, like, straight to the point, like, I got my own shit going.
I know.
I can't cater to what's happening here. I'm just trying, and I think people take offense to that, but no, it's just me trying to like.
And there's also boundaries, right? Which is a healthy thing to establish. So.
Respect boundaries. Yeah. Okay, so I don't know if you want to start this. I don't know.
We're jumping in.
Do you want to do really depressing first, or do you want to do really fun first?
I don't know. Well, yeah. Let's just start with the bad stuff first.
Okay.
Before I get too far into
before you're like, we're crying. Tiffany's like, all right, we're just gonna cut it here. Okay, so there's a few things. Kendrick Johnson, he's not. The whole situation around him is horrible. It was the 17-year-old teen who was found wrapped up in a PE mat, but they're reopening his case. As they should. From what I found out, there were no organs missing. I know that that's something that's been trending on social media.
That his organs were missing?
Yes. They're saying, I don't believe nothing. I'd be like, lies. But yeah, so they reopened this case. The only reason why I bring this up, because this, like, whole part of what I'm about to talk about is centered around, like, black youth. So there were actually 2 other black children within the last couple of weeks. One is 5 years old. He was at a school in Little Rock, North Little Rock. But he's 5 years old. His teacher, his white teacher, made him pick feces out of the toilet. Okay, pause. Just hold it, Shayla, hold it. There was also a 13-year-old in Plano, Texas. 13-year-old, he went to a sleepover. There's a whole video of these white boys literally shot him with a BB gun, called him the N-word, made him drink urine, like just calling him the N-word. So like, this is why, like, because for me, it's just, I feel so like demoralized because I feel like I can't protect, like, because I had trash experiences. Only thing for me is like I threw hands. And I'm not, right. That's not everyone yet.
Right.
And I just can't, they recorded this and they pulled, so the 13-year-old boy and you know what pisses me off? They're like alleged claims. I'm like, there's a video, bro.
Oh my God.
Why are you saying alleged? There's a video.
I don't know. I'm like low-key triggered. Like, yeah. Okay, so.
We can stop one wherever because I definitely have
But I think about, like, I mean, so me, like, I was able to kind of, maneuver the way that I did throughout, like, middle school and high school. But, you know, my brother, me and him were just, like, some black weirdos, you know what I mean? And, like, some fucking nerdy-ass black kids and shit. But his friends were very much, like, just, like, listen, if they see me in the street, like, bitch, fucking fight me.
Throw hands.
Like, you know, like, just, like, those, like, just dirty-ass white kids who just smell like cats and piss and shit, you know what I mean? And those were his friends because they were all nerdy as fuck too. And I mean,
you
like,
related in that sense.
Exactly. And I would see his fucking musty, ugly ass white friends. I mean, like, giving him shit about the texture of his hair to the point where he wore beanies every single day and just barely stopped wearing hats. Okay, yeah. Like, or where they would have like these like huge sticks. They'd be in our backyard with these huge sticks, just like hitting my brother, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on, dude? Like, yeah. And he's like, oh, no, we're playing. Oh, no, we're having fun. And I'm just like, this does not seem like fun to me. And it's like what? At what cost? Yeah. Like, bitch, if you just have to not have friends, I feel like that's kind of the way to go because this ain't it, dude.
And I think that also speaks to the fact that, like, black people just want to be valid in a space, right? Like, we just want to exist. We just want to be, like, we just want to be able to, like, be, you know, no matter how, like, what authentically, there's no authentically, like, mold of, like, what blackness is. But, like, just wanting to be in a space where it's, like, you don't have to elaborate on why you like this and this and this, or hair, or texture, or face, or features. Like, you just want to be in a space where it's like, hey, you're a human, I'm a human. Like, we like the same things. Like, and I think...
And white people will never give you that space.
No, and that's the thing. It's, like, hard, too, because having younger brothers, I think for me, I experienced a lot of microaggressions, but it's weird, because I feel like I was very vocal about those. Like, I obviously, like, there's a whole time in elementary school where it's put into, like, what do you call it? What is it? It's like aggression therapy. Or like anger management. Thank you. Aggression therapy. That's what white people should. But yeah, so I was like put into anger management without my parents even knowing. And the whole incident that triggered that is literally a white boy antagonizing me to a point where I was like, I'm done. Like, and so like, I think for me, like, I was just more of, like, this, I don't want to say aggressive, but, like, I just was like, I'm not having it. Mm-hmm. Like, so what's the deal? Like, I'll beat you. Like, brothers, siblings, anybody, even my older sister, my sister's like, she would tell me stuff, and I'm like, where's this bitch at? Because that ain't, someone has to do it. And I think for my brothers, especially my younger brothers, it's the same thing. Like, they'll tell me stuff, and I'm just like, what about, and my brothers are just... To me, there's no reason for them to be this dumb. So, like, hello, right. I'm your sister.
The way.
Your mom. Like, please. So sometimes they tell me stuff, and I'm just like, what about this situation sounds correct to you? Like, what is appropriate about this situation that you're like, hey, this works. These are my people. Like, and I'm still trying to figure it out but also they're in that teen stage where it's like arguments. And I'm the type of person, I don't care how you feel about it. Like, you're my sibling, you're trying to fit in. I'm your sister. I don't care. No one's going to devalue you in front of me. Like, that's not. Exactly. So I have times with my brothers where they're just like, oh, like, I'm just too much. But I'm like, I don't care. Like, and it's heartbreaking because even with one of my my brother who is 19, he's not, or is he 20? One or the other. Damn. It ain't my kids. I don't gotta remember birthday. I remember the 3 oldest kids, which is me, my sister, and my brother, and then we have 3 other brothers. No, that's just too much memory.
He said they'll be lucky if they can remember.
Yeah. So, but like, there's sometimes like it's just heartbreaking because I hear the conversations they have, I see the type of friends they have, and I'm just like, why?
Like, don't you think you deserve better?
Yeah, like, what? And I would tell my brother, because we would have these conversations, these like in-depth conversations, and what I would tell him is like, it breaks my heart because I feel like you have to have a traumatic event happen to you. Like, you have to have these traumatic events that are solely prized on race and identity for you to be like, oh, like, this is some fucked up shit. And like, I feel like that's where I have a problem. Like, I don't want my brothers to be brutalized in order for them to learn a lesson. Like, life is already traumatic. Like, the experiences we have are already filled with trauma and violence and brutality. So it's like, I think, like, I hope, and you know, everyone says like, they're young, blah blah blah.
but then
they're
like,
dumb as hell.
Stories, right, where like kids are being murdered and rolled into fucking mats.
And this happened in 2013, mind you.
Drink their own bodily fluids. Like, why is this happening?
Exactly. And it's weird because I strangely, oddly feel like very helpless. Like, I feel like,
I mean, because the only person who would accurately say what happened, like, is dead, right? So, and the people who did it, they're not gonna say anything.
That's what I have. Like, it's so traumatizing because that's what I have a problem with. It's like my brothers, it's like one, snatching innocence away from them, right? But also like trying to explain to them, like, and present day right now, they're a part of this, like, what, Gen Z. Yeah, so, you know, in their brains, it's really disgusting. Because in their brains, they're like, oh yeah, like, fight for, yeah, everything's the same. Like, I remember how my brother, I won't name names. I'm dead. One time he told, and I swear to God, I literally twitched, like, my eye was just like, because I was about to kill him. He literally told me I have a higher chance of being, like, shot by another black person than being shot by police. I literally was like,
in Albuquerque?
Bro, I mean, my brother's just an idiot. Like, he's just a moron.
Has he read the, like, population statistics?
He's a moron. Well, it's crazy because I have another brother who is, 21.
Damn, Nikki. Damn.
This ain't my responsibility. And it breaks my heart even more because he's at, like, an age of, like, awakening and knowing. And I remember being in his space and, like, oh, I love Abraham Lincoln. Oh, he's not who I thought he was. Or, yeah, I get...
oh, I love Abraham Lincoln.
Well, I get worried because, you know, when you grow up and you're taught a specific reality, right? And then you realize, oh, these are lies. Like, you internal, it's really strange. And my brother, my 21-year-old brother, is at a space now, he's realizing, like, how just, like, systemically he's oppressed and, like, the violence, like, he's just, and I get worried because, like, that can be very traumatizing and, like, depressing, and I'm, like, so worried about it. Dude, it's crazy because I tell him all the time, like, give yourself a break. Like, don't take in so much, like, social media, like, because he's in a space where he's, like, rediscovering, like, identity. Oh, and it's, like, traumatic. Yeah, because I remember being like, what? Like, how? Like, just being so enraged. Like, why? Like, why is this happening? Like, we're not equal. Like, And I see that in him, and it scares me because I feel like sometimes it's so much like, and I don't want him to be in a space where he feels like he can't talk to anybody, or like, you know what I mean? Like he's suicidal, or because I remember being in that space, and like,
I mean, I hope that it inspires him to fight people.
I do. He's so angry, and I get it. I get it.
Put that anger to use.
Yes, and that's what I tell him. Like I'm just like,
channel it into.
Take a
fighting
second.
Republicans on the street.
Exactly. Well, he lives in Dallas, Texas, and I'm just like, how could you ever?
Come on.
Because I'm fighting people left, and that's the thing. He's just like, you know, we're all very light complected, except for like my sister, my older sister, and my brother Washana, because they're the same like skin tone. Which I don't know if you would say it's like in between us or like more leaning toward my sister.
I don't know. Maybe in between us.
Yeah, I feel like she might be a little. I don't know.
But it also,
but
like,
she's,
I haven't really seen the sun. I mean, you can't.
Yeah, she's darker. She's darker than I am for sure. And like one of our brothers, Waishona, he's like the same complexion, but the rest of us are so lightly like. But the thing is like there's never that like you're black. Like, oh, what are you? Like clearly people know we are black.
They know. They know.
It's the hair. It's the hair, man. I'm telling you, like.
They know.
So, I don't know. It's just a bit traumatizing. I think that people need to do better, like, within protecting these kids. Like, the fact that crap. When this mother brought it to the school board, they were like, boys will be boys. Hell no.
Like, what? Like, I mean, to be honest, like, if all boys are doing that with each other, like, regardless of race, like, I think we need to talk about, like,
what the fuck
is
this?
patriarchy, right?
Yes.
And why are these things happening to little boys and it's just normalized?
Not
like,
appropriate, and, like, we've seen the violence that happens to black youth. Like, this is a huge problem for me. Like, I'm not okay with black youth experiencing microaggressions. I'm not okay with them experiencing trauma, violence.
Straight up abuse.
Exactly.
Straight up abuse.
And it's deemed like, oh, well, you know.
You know how boys are. They all think each other's piss.
But I guarantee you, if one of these black kids who experiences this type of trauma shoots up a fucking school.
Oh yeah, then all of a sudden, right, like, the black community. Like,
and that's what pisses me off. Like, I just feel like all of these sources and like, I don't know, just like individual entities need to be doing more to protect black youth. It makes me think about a girl, I don't know, I think she was 13, a freshman I think, or so maybe like 14, but it was like some years back where they were at like a school sanctioned like camp out and like bro,
I don't even.
So it's bullshit. That's what I'm saying. Thank you. I'm raging. Yeah, it's just some bullshit, and I'm just not like, I'm not here for it. I absolutely know it's not even a thought. Like, we deserve better. These kids deserve better. It's like,
we're just even the bare minimum of not having to experience that shit. Like, what the fuck?
All I can say is like, innocence of black youth.
Real talk, white people are fucking sick. Like, y'all need help. Y'all need to talk to a professional. Like, you know what? I promise you.
You know what bugs me is like, apparently there's like, I hate when people are like, oh, it's not really a racist action. I'm like, there's racist undertones. Like, nooses around kids' necks, calling them an N-word, beating them, making them drink.
And then single out like the one black kid in the group.
And
like,
I don't want to hear. That's the problem too. Like these school officials will say they don't know any better. Boys being born. No, that's some bullshit. Like when there's racist undertones, exactly what the fuck you're doing. You know exactly what's going on. And like I said, it just pisses me off because it's like allegations. They posted. They were brave enough to
evidence, yo.
Thank you. They were brave enough to post this shit on social media. They were like,
so wild.
Even me. I'm a fucking grown ass adult, and I think about times I'm like, I should say this, and then I'm like, Nikki, think about what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Like, so the fact that these kids, they don't give a fuck. They know they're untouchable. They know the value of black bodies in America. Like, I'm just over it. Like,
and also they know like their target audience, right? Like they know that they're gonna go viral off of doing that shit.
And my thing is like, so why am I wrong for beating white kids' asses? That's my question. Like, why can I
Why
not?
is it that when we say white people are musty and nasty and disgusting,
I get banned on Facebook for 10 years. Like, y'all are corny. corny as fuck, and I think that that's my issue. Because I'll tell you right now, even my brother says that it's okay. If some shit happens to my brother, I'm beating it. I don't give a fuck. Take me to jail. I don't care. Like, you're not gonna brutalize, like, my family, my blood, any black kid. Like, if there's a black child here, when I read these stories, all I literally could think about was, like, how I would beat the shit out of these kids. And be like, well, bet. Like, so you thought you were bullying someone, so what the fuck's good? Like, and that's what pisses me off. It's like, anytime even the mother was, like, put in this space of, like, oh, you're so angry, you're so upset. These kids bully.
What the fuck,
bro.
dude? Of course I'm angry. Look at my kid. Like, what the fuck?
I can't. What I will say is, like...
Oh, and white people be going, I mean, above and beyond. If anyone even fucking doesn't let their kid eat candy in class or some bullshit.
Bro.
Like, and then you'll be like, oh my god, like, why are you so angry?
I've had...
Like,
we're in a space at my job where you can't wear any... I told him, why don't we just have uniforms? You can't wear anything, like... social, culturally based, like society, like
interesting.
Harry Potter, princesses, anything you just can't have. Like, and that's my thing.
I
Y'all
didn't know
will,
that. That's
bro,
really weird.
Y'all will support this shit. I'm helping this little girl write a letter because this is some fuck shit. Like,
I'm just like, what children clothes exists that isn't Harry Potter and princess?
but this is okay, right? This is okay.
Right. Oh yeah. But
But
writing a letter to somebody.
brutalizing black youth in a sense that even ends up in death, that's
Then it's like, wait a minute,
we're
why are you
being
being so angry?
Why? Calm down, chill out. Why are you screaming? Why are you yelling? Why? You're so angry.
White people are, I don't know the planet that they live on, or
It
like,
ain't real
like
life.
the separate dimension. I've never been there. I don't know that place. I really don't.
We're all trying to like figure
Like,
out.
they really went through like the black hole in Interstellar, and they're just like in a different,
And they're just
place.
like, what consequences? Reality? Empathy.
Reality,
Compassion.
dude.
It's like
They're so far removed from real life. I couldn't be.
could
Couldn't be
never,
me.
could never. I can never be off any type of specific like standard.
No.
Because it's a problem.
Yo, even
like,
when I'm drunk, I'm still in real life. Like,
I think about I'm like, you seen us? We were going up tramway, and I was like, police.
We said,
oh, that's none of our business. What's happening here? None of our business. Like, it's just a mess. But
damn, dude.
to both of those children, like, honestly,
I also hope that they get the help that they need, because like they're definitely gonna be fucked up off this shit. You know what I mean?
exactly. Honestly, I just kind of want to like set the people like involved, especially this 5-year-old who was forced to pick feces out of a
Like,
toilet
ugh.
by his white teacher. I'm ready to set her house on fire. Like, we're
Oh, I know,
like,
right?
gasoline
leak
matches.
her address.
What are
like,
we doing? Because she's on
What's
administrative
her
leave
name?
right now. Like, and
What's
I'm
her
just-
social security number?
It's some whack ass bullshit, and that's the thing. Like, I don't. It's crazy to me, like the violence that like black folks project. Right? That's my thing. The only reason why white people are so terrified of black people is if we engage in the type of violence that you have projected
Yes.
for years and years and years, y'all are fucked.
White
Y'all
people
are fucked.
know that they are like actual terrorists, and they're like, "Damn, wouldn't that be scary if someone did it to us?" Like that's
And
white
that's
people.
the
white
bottom line.
existence.
That's the bottom line. That's why I say like y'all are so scared and traumatized by like us putting ourselves in a space where we're involved in the same entity and doings and dwellings that y'all do.
Mm-hmm.
It's not about humanity. It's not about none of that shit. It's about the fact that y'all are so evil and insidious. If we participated in the same shit, one, y'all would never have a chance. Two,
Oh, but they know.
y'all are fucked. That shit
They
will
know
be
that
over.
shit, dude.
It's the whole thing. So I think about like gun control and like the Black Panther Party. Like the what is it? The Gun Association. What is that shit called?
Yeah.
The gun.
whatever
that shit's called. The only time they ever were like
We're
we're
out with
against
some gun
when the
control
Black
shit
Panthers
was like,
had-
oh, black people are armed.
bro.
Oh no.
No, and it's because they know, like, but that's the thing. I feel like black people are, we're not inherently violent. We're not.
No.
I believe.
I think that is definitely like a white people problem.
Thank you, and that's why I get mad because it's always this space of like violence. I'm like, but did you see little Timmy? But did you see Karen? But did you see Tom? The last time I heard of a black kid shooting up a fucking... And that's my thing. I'm like, you know the violence black kids experience in school, and we still haven't burnt those bitches to the fucking ground. Like...
But it would be any just random white grown-ass man off the street being like,
but little
I'm shoot up
Timmy...
school today.
Exactly. Little Timmy, oh, you know, some kids, like... They bullied me and like, and that's the thing.
Me in a locker.
It's hard for me to like connect with those types of youth. Like, it's hard for me to connect with white youth because I'm like, you're experiencing trauma, but like, and then on top of that, after they commit a crime,
your parents give you whatever you want. You live in a nice ass house. Like the shit has never been cut off. You're
even
the
kids who don't, I'm like, do you? Like, yeah, you're getting bullied. Yeah. Do you even realize
a weeb? That's not like an oppressed identity, okay?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm like, do you? And that's my thing all the time. They're just like, oh my gosh, like, this white kid would experience so much trauma. And you know what I say? I'm like, bro, like, that's not enough. Because black youth experience so much fucking trauma and violence, and y'all don't see black youth saying, hey, you know, I just give up.
Let's just East Asian cultures in peace.
Let's just
shoot everyone up.
Let's just blow this bitch up. I'm tired. I'm done. And I honestly, truly believe that's what white people are afraid of. White people are afraid of the fact that if black people get fed up enough and they're like, you know what, fuck it. We're going to communicate with you the way you communicate with us.
Oh, yeah.
They know it's over. And that's my thing. Like, y'all will go to the ends of the earth to defend these corny ass white teens who are shooting up your fucking kids.
Exactly.
But at the end of the day, if a black... You can't even say through camera evidence, hey, this happened. You have to say alleged. Exactly. There's a video. There's a fucking video. So I'm just like fed up. I'm like, that's a huge part of my platform. Like, I'm going to protect black youth at any cost. Like, even if that means me going to jail. Like,
I'm just worth it at least.
If you don't tell me about this situation, because
I'm saying, if you don't want no one getting drop kicked.
I'm like, oh, how old are they? 13? I'm 13 today.
Good.
Like,
bye.
We'll do pig time. I don't care.
Said, let me jump on TikTok and blend it.
No, because my brothers knew I would embarrass them. I'm like, who said it? Like, I remember acting crazy with white teachers in elementary school with my brothers being like, you said he did it, but did you see him do it? But that was there before. So you're telling me he did it, but you didn't see. I just can't. So that's what I'm saying. I've told people this time and time again. I'm not afraid to slap a fucking kid. I will slap the shit out of you.
Their parents aren't doing it, clearly.
We will do whatever we gotta do. All I gotta say at the end of the day...
Some lessons just need to be learned.
And if that means you need to take an ass beating, a real one, from a real human, alive adult, get your ass beat. And I bet you will never... Bro, that shit will be over and done with, so...
Never have that problem again.
Don't come to me if you have a problem with your black kids, because, I mean, come to me, yes. But if you try to do it what would you say? The reasonable way.
Bye.
I'm gonna do both, reasonable, and we gonna have some violence, because protect black youth. That's all I gotta say. Protect black youth over and over and over and over again.
We're gonna leave it at that, and we're gonna do a quick 2-second break. And we'll be back. We'll be back.
Pee breaks!
We're back.
Well, no, what was that? What did the Cardi B used to do? Okay, we're gonna leave that in the past. But we talked about very depressing. We did protect black kids, youth, blah blah blah. Not blah blah blah, but yes. No, there is emphasis and importance in that. Don't try me.
Exactly.
I said blah blah blah, but I mean beat your ass.
Yeah.
Okay. So actually, can I bring up a little side note?
Yes.
Okay, so my side note is I'm minding my fucking business. I'm living my best life. I'm trying to do better. I'm in a healthier space to do things for this community. And then I get a call from some crunchy ass black dude in this community. And he's talking about, we need your help doing this, this, and this. And my question is like, but you didn't give a shit when I was this, and this.
Who is it?
Should we?
I want to know.
Do you want to know?
I want to know. What are you going to do?
Torrance Green. Why are you always playing with me, bro?
Wow.
Like, but my thing is like,
damn.
when I yes, crunchy as hell.
I'm not talking about him like I like no.
No, he calls me.
But I don't.
He's like, I'm. Oh, your beautiful voice. Blah 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 blah. I'm trying to fast forward through this because it's some bullshit. So in my brain, I'm pissed because when I went through this whole shit with Celinda, right? Nobody gave two fucking fucks. I literally was so suicidal and just depression, anxiety. It was horrible within the organizing of like George Floyd and all that shit. And these fools did not give two fucking shits. Fast forward, call me talking about, oh, you're selfish if you don't help your community. It's not about you. I always protect black women. Can you honestly just fucking shove rocks up your ass?
Dude,
shove
because
a
if that was
handful.
the case, right? Like, he would have been on your side, or even been like, checking in, like, Nikki, are you okay?
Bro, you dead ass told me I need to get over it. After this woman was dead ass calling me a black bitch. So first of all, like, apparently this woman is running for.
Yeah, so I've heard. I got a phone call about it.
Nobody cares. Anyway, it's not my problem. I don't care. It's not my issue. My problem is like one black woman always say, don't do that, don't do that, don't do that, don't do that. And then they do it and then they're like, we need your help. And it's like, but I told you not to do that. So my thing is, I just want to highlight a like huge point. I'm tired of black women, black trans women, just black feminine energies in general. Y'all don't give two fucking shits about us but want us to do labor for you.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
I'm done. I'm not having it. Fuck y'all. I don't give a fuck. You can't bribe me talking about community. You can't. Y'all gave zero shits when I was visibly distraught.
But I'm also like, real quick, like
manipulation.
To like rewind, but not that far back. Like during the meeting that you had, where we was all, I mean, it was just like a few of us at the park or whatever, and you had invited some certain folks, you know, to come and to be in community.
Where were you?
And they weren't there, right?
I'm over it.
They didn't even say, oh, hey, sorry, I missed the meeting, blah, blah, blah. Like, where were they?
I'm just over it. Like, I don't give two shits anymore. Like, I feel like I'm at a point. I made a post. I just wrote this mic, but you might get a. I'm at a point like I said before, black women have been saving. Thank you. The audacity. Like, I'm just
like,
so.
You know what? I haven't really given a shit about this person, but I'm gonna just
let me ask him for. And also, what kills me is like they don't care. They literally dismiss any type of trauma I've had. Mm. They literally like, it's not about you. It's not about that. It's about the community. I'm like, bro, are you fucking kidding? But now you care about this person being a trauma and a tumor in this space.
Wait, so
you want me to do?
You know, listen,
bro.
The people want to know. What did he say?
He dead ass.
Damn, I'm not getting you in trouble.
No,
I'm about to leave this city. Like, what did he say?
What happened? What happened? His dead ass. It was like some bullshit. Basically, like, well, we need to get Celinda off the ballot. We need your trying to exploit my trauma, right? Mind you, trying to say,
but probably also being fake as hell and smiling.
You never fucking talk to me. Like, you don't even check if I'm alive. Then you have the nerve to call. He told me, stop playing around, stop acting like you're better, like, because I didn't answer his phone call. And I'm just like, I don't answer phone numbers. I don't know. Pure point blank. Right. Yeah, you're not, but why are you acting like people are the feds? Well, one, you just might be. Two, I don't, like, what is it about this situation that makes you think you're entitled to my experience? And not only that, you just want to engage in my experience to exploit me so you can profit.
But also like, to, like, have proximity to you because everyone knows who you are. I'd
be so over it. I'm just, like I said, you're not going to use me. You're not going to use the people around me. Like, it's not happening. You're trash as fuck. I don't trust you, never have, trust you, never will. Like, stop. Don't fucking call me. Like, honestly, if this situation in whatever delusional universe this happens,
and also
you just like solve the problem.
Torrance and Arthur, like,
Arthur are
they're friends, organized together, right?
Can you hear me?
And like Arthur stays talking shit, so that for Torrance to come and like try to call you for some shit, like.
But not only that, like, that's the problem that I have. These are men who have these are individuals who have always, bro. Unfortunately,
Whoa, wait.
The fact that you pulled that up so quick.
Is he bald now?
You know, all I can say is when you are this disrespectful, your hair follicles are not going to treat you right. Like,
oh my god.
But that's my thing. It's like the disrespect. Like, I do doing so much work, and then people telling me my work is not my work is not valid. But then also coming around and saying, "Hey, we need you to do this."
Exactly. You're selfish, and you're this and you're that, but also I need from you.
I'm not giving you nothing. I'm not giving you a goddamn thing. If in a crazy universe Celinda had any type of like congressional power or Senate power, like y'all figure it out. I told y'all multiple times. Y'all talking about you don't want this person representing black community, but y'all consistently.
But they let her.
Bro, y'all didn't even listen to me. Like, so I'm tired. I'm over it. I don't care. Fuck you.
They
fuck
let
them,
Celinda be on the grass talking about our ancestors from Africa.
Her father has black and I see. Let's fight. That's all I gotta say. If anybody else has a problem with what I said, let's fight. If you support this woman,
I see. I don't know, because you know, like to be black means so many different things in so many different.
But
places,
we're not gonna justify. No, because she told. I will say this.
Don't. Like,
go ahead.
If you don't experience, like, if you don't walk out on the sidewalk and someone clocks you as like a black person, that's a totally different experience than like the visibly black experience.
But first of all, I would just like to say she's told me her whole family ancestry. Not once did she mention her. First of all, you get a perm, bitch. Let's be real. You do. Second of all, you told me your whole ancestry, like, of your family. You're like generation of Mexican, New Mexicans. So first of all, you're not gonna sit here and play me. And second of all, like you said, Shaylee, even if you are black, you don't move through the world as a black woman. So shut the fuck up.
And it's very much also like not.
But
like,
but wait, how?
But it's not even like a direct. You know what I mean? Like my mother is black. Right, or like my grandmother.
It's like
black.
my great,
it's not
great,
like a great like way generation.
But my thing is though, you're so black, you're so empowered, but I'm a black bitch. But okay, let's talk about that. And that's my thing. Like, I'm just so over it. I just want to say to all the
make it make sense, guys.
Bro, please,
black
I'm confused.
Well, at least black women don't call other black women black bitches.
Unless you got some My thing is, all I want to say is, honestly, if you support these people in your community, you really need to do a reevaluation, because there are people who have been doing the work, who have consistently put up with fucking abuse and trauma through these same people, and y'all consistently talk about they're doing so much in the community. Like, I don't give two fucking shits. Like, at the end of the day, I'm not gonna upload.
I mean, also, I don't know that those things are like mutually exclusive, right? Like, sure, Celinda can do a great deal of things for the community.
It doesn't
but
mean
it's
you
also
can't.
It can also be true that she's anti-black. So,
bro, I can't.
What's
no, but that's the thing.
But
that's the thing that I'm saying. Like, yeah, you can do good, but also, like, I'm the type of person.
But you
I
can
want
also do better.
Well, thank you. I want to be held accountable. If I am wrong, I have no problem sitting in that. Okay. Sitting in that
too. Shit.
And reflecting and saying, "Hey, I made a mistake." My thing is like this whole like I get irritated when it becomes less about like the causes and the movement and more about the individual person.
Yes.
And I feel like a lot of people
pictures and the fan art.
Bro, a lot of people in this state, they want to be seen, and I guess
they want to be. They swear that they're Malcolm X and Angela Davis when you are not,
bro. Okay,
and
first
also,
of all,
I just feel like that shouldn't even be the goal. The goal should be to like have justice in your community, not to be the next most famous activist. Like, that's not even like what. You know what I mean?
But why are you ever to the people who put themselves in those spaces? First of all, I've never wanted to be seen. It's hella uncomfortable. I'd be like dodging news interviews, like talk to old girl back there.
I'm dead, dude. Real talk. Jen Marley put me on the spot. The last time I went to a protest, every time I go and she was like, "Oh, do you want to say something?" And I'm like, "No, I'm good."
No.
The last time, her and Hope, they were like looking at me with the damn megaphone, like,
and you're like,
and I was like.
No, but that's the thing. I'm used to that. Like, I think even my voice just scared. No, I'm just kidding. But my voice is carries, so that's never been a problem. I think what a problem for me is when people are like, tell us how black people feel. And then I'm like, you know, I said,
tell us how black
I said what I said back there. I don't. Like, I'm sure there's only probably video-wise, like, I don't mind verbally, like, journalism, but, like, video-wise, I think maybe two. Honestly, I want to say one, but I'm going to give it two. And that's just because I'm not comfortable. And you see all these people, like, I've had black men in my fucking face say, like, yeah, we put this march together. And I'm dead ass, like, all right, bet. Like, but I'm just not the type of person to be in that space.
That's not true.
Exactly. And I feel like that's a huge thing with, like, black people in this community. It's like this crab in a bucket.
Yeah.
And I'm just like
climbing
bro. And that's the problem I have is people are always like, Nikki, fix it. And I'm like, I didn't do this. Like, these are your friends. This is your... Anyway.
Well, why is it up to you to fix it?
Thank you. I'm just tired of... Anytime I'm in a good space, these old crunchy ass Negroes come around and just want to pull me back down to this space of,
dude,
and on top of that, the way they do it is like, you're responsible, this is your community, and knowing as how much I care about
it's all of our communities.
Exactly.
Like, why aren't you also doing some legwork instead of
it's
reaching out to Nikki to do
like
some
I
shit?
said, they can't do it. Black women are
always seeking desperate labor.
Black women are the blueprint. They've always been the blueprint. They're always going to be the blueprint. So the fact that like these men have no problem tearing me down, have no problem not giving two shits, but then come around and want me to do labor so they can exploit that. They want to exploit my trauma and do labor so they can benefit off of it.
Right. And then when you're doing something, then they want to come and be like, oh, yeah,
this
so we did this.
And I'm just at a point, I don't give a fuck. Like, honestly, like I said, at this point, you could go fuck yourself. I don't care.
That's
like,
wild.
Y'all are fake and whack as fuck. And, like, the fact that y'all are 97 years old and still trying to make a difference and not accomplish shit.
No.
I just want y'all to, like, reflect.
Not 97 years
That's what I'm saying. You really, y'all, the only thing I've seen from these people is, like, literally trying to steal other people's ideas and what they've done. And the thing with me is, like, I want to be a community effort, but, like, you're not finna fucking play me, period, point blank. Like,
listen, if there's one thing, if I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. Not everyone is your community, and you have to start discerning what that actually means to be in community with folks, okay? Just because we all black, like, listen, I don't know what your standards are. I don't even know that you have standards. So we might not be able to be in community with each other.
Exactly. So, like, my shirt says, trust black women because y'all be playing and this shit is facts. And we stay saving y'all. And I'm tired. And I'm tired. And I'm tired. But y'all don't give a fuck. But it's whatever. Like I said, trust black women because whenever black women decide to not give a fuck, y'all are fucked.
Oh, yeah.
Pure point blank.
Like, what are they going to do?
Y'all are fucked. Y'all gonna have
like
to
living in Mad Max, fighting over water and shit.
I'm not fighting over shit.
I'm gonna be Tina Turner, the underdog.
Okay. So I think our last topic should be like fun. Let's
fun.
Let's talk about Mortal Kombat.
Oh yay!
Because first of all, I love Mortal Kombat. That's the only game I could finish him. That's the only game I love Mortal Kombat. I know you know the movie's coming out.
Yeah.
How do you feel?
Honestly, I do have a lot of feelings. You know what I mean? Okay, so let's start here. When I was a child, you know, my dad and my brother, like, they played video games, and I would just watch. And so, like, I, you know, have a long history of, like, just watching my brother play video games, particularly fighting games, particularly Mortal Kombat. And I love Mortal Kombat. I love the movie. I dressed up as Jade for Halloween a couple years ago.
Can I please see this? She knows.
So
I don't care about Halloween. You know I don't, but this hypes me up.
So this was with my old friend whose name is Kiana. So I was Jade, and my friend Kiana was Kitana. Yes! And it was like, yo, like, it was so perfect, and we just put this shit together, and it was just, like, fucking lit, and I just love Mortal Kombat. And I do have a lot of feelings about the movie that's coming out, but
Are they good? Are they exciting?
Mixed feelings.
I feel like, so, kind of a little opposite. I have brothers, but also, like, we're the older ones. Mortal Kombat is my shit.
You know.
You can't.
If you were like alive in the 90s, you know Mortal Kombat.
Exactly. You can't play a player. Like that's just how
I'm
it is.
dead.
And that like Mortal Kombat for me is like my favorite game. Like if someone's like, "What game do you want to play?" Or if there's a bet, bro, it's Mortal Kombat. Like I'll beat the shit out of you on Mortal. We just played it so much, like, and so I'm excited about the movie just because like the graphics and like special effects. But I'm also like, how's this gonna look? What's it gonna look like?
Right. I will say so. Okay, so here's like my main grievances. They have, I know, I have a list, but they have Melina in the movie, but they don't have Kitana, and it's like Melina cannot exist without Kitana. So I'm like, there better be a sequel or something.
What's happening here?
Well, so Melina, like, so Kitana, you know, like she's a princess and all this shit, right? Melina is like low key like her twin / clone. Like she literally cannot exist without her. So for them to not have her, and like that's interesting. Maybe she'll be in a sequel. They better have one. I don't know. And then also like. And this is just me, like, my own Leo vibes. I love Johnny Cage. He's just, like, the most obnoxious white man, but, like, he has, like, such strong Leo vibes and, like, how obnoxious he is. Like, I love that shit. I love that he's obnoxious. I love that he has his last name tattooed across, like, his stomach. I would love to do that shit. I love that. And so the fact that he's not there, I'm like, I'm stressed about that, too. And also, they have, like, this random character that they just kind of made up for the story. And it's, like, the main character of the movie. It's some random dude named Cole or some shit. Does not exist in any of the games. So I'm curious about what his importance is, I guess, really in the narrative.
And I know they're lacking. What's her name? There's one more character. My brain's like, endorse us, cause
yeah, dude. I know, right? Yo, Mike, sponsor us. But
Mike, come on, we're just all up in the video. There was another one, I can't remember her name. She was a queen, she married, it wasn't Gamora.
Oh wait, you mean Sindel with the hair?
Yes. She's not in there either.
There's a lot of people who aren't in there. And just, I don't know, I just feel like people who should be in there. I'm glad that Jax is there. I'm pumped about Jax being there.
It's like one of those things like, I guess I'll know specifically how I feel when I watch it.
I also like, I don't know if you saw like that most recent Power Rangers movie that came out a few years ago. Yo, real talk.
Did you watch it?
I saw that movie in the theaters like 4 or 5 times.
And were you lit?
I fucking love that movie. I have it on DVD. The guy that was the Black Ranger, he's playing Liu Kang, and I fucking love him.
You're like, okay, so now I feel better, because, you know, I wasn't really a Power... I seen this thing, it's like, get rid of one cartoon as a kid, or one... And it was Power Rangers. I'm like, damn, dude. Dude, any other one, like, the girl who posted it got rid of Pokemon, and I'm like, how fucking dare you?
That's kind of... Wow.
Yes, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I remember... Here's the thing about Power Rangers. I remember watching it, but also not specifically, like, being so engaged.
Oh, dude. I mean, when I was a kid...
And a lot of...
I dressed as a Power Rangers for Halloween, too.
No, I was, like, raggedy shit. Well, not raggedy. Shout out to my mom. I was, like, a princess. I also was a ladybug. I was a goldfish at one point.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, I was never, like, straight... And my mom did, like, face paint on... Like, she was, like, a makeup artist. But I never did, I never was like, I want to be, like, honestly, if Moana came out when I was a kid, I'll be Moana years and years.
You should be Moana now. What the
Dude, you know what? First of all, I want to fight kids, because honestly, they're disrespectful. This kid told me, deadass, oh, what are you going to be for Halloween? You know, I told him, you know, I'm not really into Halloween, but I do like Moana. And he said, oh, are you going to be Maui? And I deadass was like, first of all,
see, no one's hitting these kids. That's what the problem
But the thing was, like, first of all, good idea. Second of all, shut the fuck up. Like, I'll beat the shit out of you.
So disrespectful.
They're so, I can't even tell you how many times, like,
oh my god.
There's kids who tell me really great things. Like, I was telling this one girl, like, oh, like, when this corona is over, I will wear makeup as of now. She said, Miss Nikki, you don't need makeup. You're so beautiful. But then there's kids who tell me, this one kid, like, legit, it was for picture day, and obviously I didn't look busted for picture day. No, he did us tell me, Miss Nikki, why did you have to make your eyebrows so big? And I told him, 'cause I like them like that. Any other questions? Like, That's the thing, like, they say stuff and you're just like, shut your bitch up. Do you want me to clown on your raggedy jeans? Like, your parents have money and you're wearing
Let's talk about them high-watered ass pants.
Come on. Let's
fuck out of here.
Let's talk. Braces, sir. Braces. When are you getting them? You're still. But that's the thing. Like,
what's up with that snaggle tooth?
They clown you. So it's like. But anyway, I've never dressed as any, like, I don't recall dressing as any specific, like, character as a kid. But especially in the sense of Power Rangers, I liked Power Rangers, but I wasn't so deadly engaged.
Oh,
I think Zoom. Did you ever watch Zoom? Come on,
PBS.
Bro,
dude, when they start talking in that weird ass language, I was like, I gotta change the channel.
Hey,
that's too much.
You know what kills me is my name is Pablo.
Yo, when Pablo,
like, and the Mexican kid, and well, if he was Mexican, but
whatever he could,
yes,
he could have been anything.
But the black girl, they have their whole.
They. Shout out to Pablo.
Those were the best. And then, they have the white kids like,
my name is Zoe, and she's trying to like spit on the floor and
bro, I can't. But you know them brown and black kids was not gonna be looking fucking crazy.
On beat.
Bro, my favorite show ever, and I will tell you right now, I won my science fair because of Zoom. Yes, I purified water.
Oh my gosh.
And I will tell you till the day that I tell the kids in my class, shut up and watch this. Learn something.
It is educational.
It's old. I'm like, shut the hell up. Like,
you might even learn some dance.
But those are like, yes. So I'm really hoping that Mortal Kombat is like.
Honestly, the trailer is lit.
It is.
I might also be very sick for this, but the level of violence is very inspiring to me.
I'm here for it.
Because it's just like, it is like the video games where it's just like this, like, in, like, wild amounts of blood.
You can't, but that's the thing, you can't make a Mortal Kombat movie without that type of gore and, like, violence.
And you know what, shout out to, like, the first Mortal Kombat movie from the 90s. Honestly, for what it was, they did their thing. You know what I mean? We're not going to talk about Annihilation. We're not going to go there. But this one seems like it's going to be interesting. Kano seems really intense, honestly.
I just hope that
he's scary.
I just hope that there's the only guy that didn't even scare me, was just kind of like who's the guy at the end of the game?
Which one?
The guy with like 6 arms and like
Goro in a ponytail.
So first of all,
he had
Goro,
his little trans ponytail.
He could get beat the hell up because he tried to pull up on folks, and I'm in real life. Nah, you would never, bro. Like, and that's my problem. But I just hope, like, I hope this isn't like the end of like how some people make the first initial and then that's it.
I really need them to make a sequel.
You cannot have all these people and like.
No. Okay. And also, I just feel like there's just like so many other characters that I feel like need to be like actualized in that way. Like, I don't know, this is probably me being kind of dumb, but I think it was maybe Mortal Kombat Armageddon, maybe. There's this character, right? And his name is he's like an alcoholic and he's drunk. And his name is Borracho, like borracho, like drunk.
Oh my god.
I would love to see him in a movie.
Can we
make that shit happen at HBO Max. Make it happen.
I'm like, I feel like the sugar in these. I'm like, yeah,
I'll play it. I'll do it. Give me some mics and I'll play it.
There's so many things. Like, I'm just do it. Even if it's not.
Even just like like all of like the women characters. Like, there's just so much that they could do, and I just hope that they do it.
They better not. I'm telling you, I will never in my life.
I'll cry.
Because they try to remake Michael Myers movies, and I've just been disappointed.
That was Rob Zombie, and he's kind of like a trashy white person.
So first of all,
listen, I enjoy listening to Rob Zombie, but he's very much a trashy white person.
I've never listened. I've heard his music in his movies, but him and his wife,
trashy.
I just can't.
He used to scare me when I was a kid. My brother had Wizard magazines,
bro,
and they would have like his Hellbilly albums on there. Oh my god, like,
first of all, I love horror, but House of a Thousand Corpses and like Devil's Rejects, I can't.
I don't know that those were meant to be good movies.
That's some white people. Yeah. That's a no-go for me.
Like, they
as
don't
a kid,
shower,
I was
they're nasty.
My dad be like, "Oh, come watch more." I sit down. What are you watching? House of a Thousand Corpses. Peace. Like,
you evaporated.
you know, like I told you, that video where it's like, and they're gone. I hate that. Like, I love horror, I love gore, I love all of that. But those movies,
You just gotta take a shower.
actually, like I said, I would rather watch Devil's Rejects than like House of a Thousand Corpses, even though it's like.
I mean, Devil's Rejects at least has like some sort of story. Like,
I'm sorry, these
ones.
ones. I'm sorry. In my brain, I just feel like I'll be bopping these white people left and right. Like,
Can I tell you though? He made like a third movie. I went and saw this in the theater with some friends. Here.
oh, you told me about this.
Yeah. And it was like racist as
What
fuck,
is it
dude.
called?
I can't even remember. But it's like everyone's like old as shit, right? His wife, you know, she got all the wrinkles and shit, whatever. And it was just like hella like Mexican jokes.
Why?
And
Why?
Because they're racist.
Why?
And
Thank
then
you.
where they go to Mexico.
I pulled this off.
Oh
It's
my
okay.
god. I'm like, we have 1 minute left and you're breaking
No,
things.
my bad.
No, I'm kidding. But so,
I try to pull my.
it's just like racist
shouldn't
as
yell
fuck,
at
and
you.
it wasn't good. And I actually would like for him to just stop making movies. If he
You
could actually just kind of like chill, like
sir.
pause on that for ever. That'd
I
be
feel
great,
like it's like
but
pointless for me to put this on and just like
you just hold it
for the rest of the evening.
like a little teeny tiny.
Shayla, are you smart? Yeah. I literally, that's what he does. He just, I love those videos, like dead ass. Those are my favorite. I could watch those all night. But yeah, so what happened is it was like bunched here, and I tried to pull my shirt down,
And then it just unclipped.
Yeah.
Damn, friend.
So sorry about all the side.
All the hubbub.
But I hope it's good, because if not, I
I'm
don't know.
pumped about it.
I might low key be. I'm very pumped, but that's the thing. I don't want to be too pumped because you know
Because then you'll get
disappointed.
hurt. Yeah.
You're like, yeah, this would be so good, yeah, and then you watch and you're like, God damn it!
Like that was 2 hours of my life.
And I'm not trying to wait. I feel like that movie's gonna be like 3 hours, 3.5 maybe.
I'm ready for it. I'm ready for Snyder Cut. We're gonna be 4 hours long. Justice League. Anyways, we may or may not see y'all one last time.
Well,
Later.
Actually, I'm not going anywhere.
I may or may not see y'all.
Yes,
one
but
last time.
Shayla will be back. This will always be I said what I said.
Yeah.
Nikki and Shayla.
Yeah.
Like no
It'll
one.
be like to be continued, you know?
Yes. So I don't know. I guess you just have to tune in to see what happens.
Damn, this is like Dragon Ball Z. Like, find out next time on I Said What I Said. Okay, bye.
Okay, now